Yeah, very good morning. Today we are going to discuss the new topic, that is Ostwald's dilution law. Ostwald's dilution law. Okay. So according to this law, already we have discussed some of the examples yesterday. So we discussed about electrolytes and non-electrolytes, and weak electrolytes and strong electrolytes. So the solutions which allow electricity to pass through them are called electrolytic solutions, and the solutions which do not allow electricity to pass through them are called non-electrolytic solutions. Okay. Again, electrolytic solutions are of two types. What are they? Weak electrolytes and strong electrolytes. If you take CH3COOH, CH3COOH is what? Weak electrolyte. If you take NH4OH, weak electrolyte. It is weak acid, it is weak base. And if you take HCl, strong acid. If you take what here, NaOH, strong base. So strong base and strong acids are what? Strong electrolytes. Weak acids and weak bases are what? Weak electrolytes. So this one we discussed yesterday. So, and also what we can take, the aqueous solutions of all salts, almost all salts, except what I said, except CdBr2 and HgCl2. Except HgCl2 and CdBr2 salt solutions, the aqueous solutions of all other salt solutions will be strong electrolytes. So strong electrolytes, what are they? Strong acids, strong bases, and aqueous solutions of almost all salts will come under strong electrolytes. And weak electrolytes, what? Weak acids and weak bases, weak electrolytes. Is the concept clear? So these are different types of electrolytic and non-electrolytic solutions, and also what? Weak electrolytes and strong electrolytes. And if you take aqueous solution of glucose, okay, urea, aqueous solutions of glucose and urea. So glucose formula C6H12O6, urea formula NH2 bond CO bond NH2. So glucose and urea, these two come under what? Non-electrolytes. So when you dissolve the glucose or urea in water, we get aqueous solution. So the aqueous solution of urea or glucose, the aqueous solutions do not conduct what? Electricity, because of absence of ions. Ions won't be present in glucose solution and urea solution. Only molecules will be present. These molecules do not dissociate into, do not ionize into ions. Therefore, aqueous solutions of glucose and urea come under what? Non-electrolytic solutions. Non-electrolytic solutions. And strong electrolytes, what? Strong acids, strong bases, and aqueous solutions of all salts are strong electrolytes. And weak acids and weak bases are what? Weak electrolytes. Already we have discussed this classification in previous period. So now next what we have to understand is that is Ostwald's principle, Ostwald's law, dilution law. According to this, yesterday we discussed about weak acid. Now we discussed about weak base, NH4OH. NH4OH dissociates into what? NH4 plus and OH minus. Okay, so this forward reaction is what now we have dissociation. Dissociation is also called what? Ionization. Dissociation is also called ionization. So like this, what now here, the weak base. The weak base in H4OH acts as what? Weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte. So this weak electrolyte, initially we take C moles per liter. C moles per liter we take initial concentration. So initially what we are taking here, initially I'm taking here. So initially I have taken C moles per liter. Initially what is taken? Concentration C moles per liter. Initially zero concentration of ammonium ions, zero concentration of OH minus ions. You two must be writing along with me. Along with me, if you write only, it will be easy to follow. So C moles per liter is what? Initial concentration of weak base. Now here what we have taken, zero concentration of NH4, zero concentration of OH minus initially. Now at equilibrium, what happens now here? From C alpha will be dissociated. So C minus C alpha moles per liter left over. C minus C alpha liters, C minus C alpha moles per liter concentration of NH4OH is left over. Same thing, how we can also write C of 1 minus alpha moles per liter. Moles per liter means molar. Capital M we can write simply molar. Okay. So now here, if 1 mole dissociates here, 1 mole of NH4OH dissociates, we get 1 mole NH4 plus. Then if C alpha dissociates, how much should be formed here? C alpha should be formed. So C alpha moles per liter is formed here, NH4 plus. And what is concentration of OH minus here? C alpha again. C alpha mole per liter we are taking. So it is what now concentration of H plus ion or OH minus ion. What is this here? OH minus ion. Concentration of OH minus ion is how much here? C alpha. So concentration of OH minus, if you know, we can calculate POH. P power OH is equal to minus log of OH minus concentration. The negative logarithm of OH minus concentration will give what? POH. After getting POH value, we can calculate what pH. The relation what we know is pH plus POH is equal to 14 always at 25 degree Celsius, means 298 Kelvin. At 298 Kelvin or 25 degrees Celsius, the pH plus POH must be equal to 14. Here POH, if we get POH from this formula. What we can get now? pH we can get. How to get pH here? pH is equal to 14 minus POH. So like this, from this Ostwald's dilution law, first what we get here? Concentration of OH minus, that is equal to C alpha. From this concentration of OH minus, we can get what? POH, power of hydroxyl ion concentration. Power of hydroxyl ion. Hydroxyl ion means hydroxide. So the power of hydroxyl ion concentration is equal to what? Minus log of OH minus ion concentration. So from this we get POH first. The POH, if we get, the pH is equal to what? 14 minus POH. We get pH value. So in this pH of what here? pH of the NH4OH. pH of NH4OH. Weak base we can get. pH of NH4OH weak base we can get by using this formula. So here what you have to remember is that pH value plus POH value. pH means what here? Power of hydrogen ion concentration and power of hydroxyl ion concentration. Sum of these two values must be equal to 14 at 25 degrees Celsius. Everyone should note it down. Take screenshot at least now. Take screenshot and write later if you did not write. Okay, raise your hands. Did you understand, ma? Yeah. Okay. So next, now from this Ostwald's dilution law, what we have got here? OH minus we got. And yesterday what we discussed is H plus. H plus how to get now here? We take initially CH3COOH. It is what now? Weak acid. What is this here? Weak acid. So this weak acid acts as what? Weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte. This weak electrolyte, initial concentration we are taking what? Initially we take C moles per liter, means C molar. And how it dissociates? It dissociates into CH3, COO minus plus H plus. What is the name of this? Acetate ion. Acetate ion. It is hydrogen ion concentration. Hydrogen ion. So initially these two will be 0 here. 0 and 0. Now at equilibrium, what happens here? C minus C alpha will be left over. C minus C alpha mole per liter left over. This is molar we take. The same thing, how to write? I told C of 1 minus alpha. Molar. Molar means what? Moles per liter. So here we get now here C alpha. What we get? C alpha moles per liter. C alpha mole per liter. Here also C alpha moles per liter. Now what we got this one, C alpha is nothing but here what? H plus or OH minus concentration. It is H plus concentration. If you get H plus concentration, what we can get from this? pH we can get. pH means power of hydrogen ion is equal to minus log of what? H plus ion concentration. Okay, so minus log of H plus ion concentration we get. So after getting pH value, again what relation we can take? pH plus pOH is equal to how much? 14. At what temperature? 25 degrees Celsius is also taken as what? 298 Kelvin. After taking this relation here, pH plus pOH is equal to 14. Now pH we got now here. pH if we get pOH will be equal to what now? pOH will be equal to 14 minus pH. So if they ask you pOH, they ask you pOH. Suppose it is what now here? pOH of what? CH3 COOH. pOH of CH3 COOH, which is weak acid. For weak acid, sometimes pOH also will be asked. And what is this here? pH of CH3 COOH. So pH of acetic acid we can calculate by this formula, and pOH of acetic acid we can get pOH is equal to 14 minus pH. So this is what Ostwald's law of dilution, or Ostwald's dilution law. Did you understand this one? Take screenshot and write later. Yeah. Did you all take screenshot? Now see, next one here. Next, from the above discussions, what we have understood here, for acetic acid. For acetic acid means CH3 COOH. That is weak acid. Weak acid means what? Weak electrolyte, or weak electrolyte. Okay. Now here H plus concentration. H plus concentration is equal to what now here? We take C alpha. Otherwise, we also take what now here? C into alpha formula, what we discussed yesterday. Alpha is equal to under root Ka by C. Alpha is equal to what? Alpha of acid. Degree of dissociation of acid. What is alpha here? Alpha means what? Degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation of acid. Degree of dissociation of acid, how much here? Alpha. Okay, so this degree of dissociation of alpha is equal to under root Ka by C. C is what now here? C is what? Concentration of acid. Concentration of weak acid taken, or weak acid concentration. What is Ka here? Dissociation constant. Dissociation constant of what? Acid. Dissociation constant of acid. Dissociation constant we can say, otherwise ionization constant we can say. What we say? Dissociation constant, otherwise ionization constant of acid. Okay, so this H plus ion concentration formula is C alpha we can take. In place of alpha we can substitute what now here? Under root Ka by C. Under root Ka by C. That is equal, how to write now this one? C means under root Ka into C we can take now. So C into square root of Ka by C we can write as what? Square root of Ka into C. Ka is what here? Dissociation constant of acid. C is what? Concentration of the acid. Concentration of acid in moles per liter. Ka is what? Dissociation constant of acid. Dissociation constant of acid. For this acetic acid, what we write? Ka of acid. Ka of acetic acid, CH3 COOH is equal to what now here? Concentration of CH3 COO minus into concentration of H plus by concentration of CH3 COOH. See, in the previous equation, what are the reactants? Reactants what here? CH3 COO minus and H plus. What is the what are the products? CH3 COO minus and H plus products. And what is reactant? CH3 COOH. Now Ka, how to write? Ka means dissociation constant. Products by reactants. Products by reactants. That's why we have taken one of here. Products concentration by reactant concentration. This is Ka. Like this, we get Ka value first. So that Ka value into C will give what? Under root Ka into C will give H plus concentration. Okay. Also, we take what now? H plus concentration means normality. Normality of acid. Okay. Also, we take H plus concentration is equal to normality of acid. We can take or molarity into N factor. Molarity into N factor. Molarity into N factor is nothing but normality. Now we know that. We know that molarity into N factor is equal to normality. We know molarity into N factor is equal to what now? Normality. So normality of acid is nothing but H plus concentration. Molarity into N factor also H plus concentration. So how to get H plus N concentration? Molarity into N factor. Here how to take? H plus concentration is equal to normality of acid. Or H plus N concentration is equal to under root Ka into C. Or C alpha. Any one of these we can use to calculate what? H plus N concentration. After that, getting H plus ion concentration, what we can calculate, I told pH. pH is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. The same thing, how to write now? pH is equal to log of 1 by H plus concentration. Both same now. So it is what now we have pH concept, negative logarithm. And also we know that pH plus pOH of any solution must be equal to 14. At what temperature? 25 degrees Celsius, or we say 298 Kelvin. Please note down, write down. Just note it down. Did you all understand the concept here? How to get H plus ion concentration of weak acid? H plus ion concentration is equal to concentration of acid, weak acid into alpha. Alpha is what here? Degree of dissociation of acid, alpha. And C is what? C, concentration of weak acid. Concentration of weak acid. Right one. Next, then C into means under root KAC we can take here. Here what is Ka? Dissociation constant, otherwise ionization constant of acid. Ionization constant, otherwise what we can say? Dissociation constant of acid we can say. Under root Ka into C. And H plus ion concentration is also equal to normality of acid. Normality of acid. And H plus ion concentration is also equal to molarity into N factor. Molarity into N factor. By any one of these formulae, we can get what? H plus concentration first. After getting H plus ion concentration, what we can calculate? pH. pH is given by the formula negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Whatever we get H plus ion concentration, we substitute here to get pH. And now next one, pH value plus pOH value. Sometimes directly pH will be asked. Then we can write directly answer pH. Sometimes pOH will be asked to calculate. Then pH plus pOH must be equal to 14. Therefore, pOH is equal to 14 minus pH. We can write. So like this, we can take what now here the concept of calculation of pH and pOH. What is pH here? Power of hydrogen ion concentration. pOH is what? Power of hydroxide ion concentration or power of hydroxyl ion concentration. Okay, ma'am? Next, ionic product of water. Ionic product of water is given by the formula Kw. Kw means what? Ionic product of water. You to write along with me. Okay. Now, how the water will dissociate generally? Water is dissociated into H plus and OH minus. It is very weak electrolyte. Very weak electrolyte. Here alpha dissociation is very less than 1 for this. Alpha dissociation is very less than 1. So in this case of water now, what are the ions available here? 2 ions available here. So ionic product is nothing but Kw is equal to H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. The product of H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration is nothing but Kw. Okay. So this value is observed to be 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 mole square per liter square. Mole square per liter square. So what is the value? What is the value observed here? 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 mole square per liter square, we can say, or molar capital M square. Capital M indicates moles per liter. Capital M square indicates moles square per liter square, because here H plus ion concentration in moles per liter. Here also OH minus concentration in moles per liter. So moles per liter into moles per liter, that is moles square per liter square. This is Kw value. The Kw value at this, what here? Kw value at what temperature? 25 degrees Celsius we have. It is at what temperature? At 25 degrees Celsius. That is room temperature, we say. What we say? Room temperature. So this 25 degrees Celsius is nothing but 25 plus 273. So 298 Kelvin. At this temperature, what is the Kw? 10 power minus 4. Okay, so Kw is how much, Maya? Kw is how much? 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 mole square per liter square, or molar square, we take here. So this Kw value increases when temperature increases. So Kw value increases with temperature. When temperature increases, what happens? Kw increases. Temperature increases, Kw increases. For example here, if you take what here, suppose Kw is equal to 10 power minus 12 at 30 degrees Celsius or 35 degrees Celsius, suppose. Now at 25 degrees Celsius, how much? 10 power minus 14. At 35 degrees Celsius means what we did here, we increased temperature. When increased temperature, the value 10 power minus 12 is more than 10 power minus 14. More than 10 power minus 14. Than 10 power minus 14, 10 power minus 12 is greater value. So Kw is increased, okay, at higher temperature. Okay, so whatever the Kw value, the product of H plus and OH minus should be equal to what? Kw, that's all. Suppose here, if you take here 10 power minus 3, if you take 10 power minus 3 H plus concentration, then what will be OH minus concentration, they ask. Then what will be OH minus concentration, tell me. Here from this, OH minus concentration is equal to what? Kw. Kw how much? Kw by H plus ion concentration. So Kw how much here? 10 power minus 14. 10 power minus 14 by 10 power minus 3. That is equal to what now here? 10 power. 10 power minus 14 by 10 power minus 3 is given H plus concentration. It is equal how much? If you take this upper 10 power 3 means 10 power minus 11 will be what now? OH minus ion concentration. Like this, the product of H plus and OH minus means H plus value, concentration value into OH minus concentration value must be equal to Kw at any temperature. So at this 25 degrees Celsius, we take this one. And at this high temperature, suppose Kw this much. Kw this much means what now here? 10 power minus 12 should be equal to what now? Again, H plus concentration into OH minus concentration. At what temperature now? At 35 degrees Celsius. At 35 degrees Celsius, Kw has changed to what? 10 power minus 12 now. So here also Kw must be equal to what? This Kw must be equal to H plus concentration into OH minus concentration. Like this, we can get H plus concentration if you know Kw value. If you know Kw and H plus concentration, we can know OH minus. Now OH minus concentration is equal to what? If you want to get OH minus concentration, Kw value at that temperature by H plus concentration. Kw value at a particular temperature, at a particular Temperature by what? H plus concentration will give OH minus ion concentration. So this is what now here, the ionic product of water. Ionic product of water. The remaining things we discuss in the next class. Okay, ma? Everyone has understood the concept? Once you can talk to me. You can unmute yourself and talk to me.
Sir,
Understood, sir.
we should write in running notes, sir.
Sorry?
We should write.
Sir, we should write in the running notes or class account.
Write down everything in running notes only, ma.
Okay, sir.
Write down everything in running notes, okay?
Oh,
And whatever is taught, if it is possible, I will keep in the video section by evening, okay? If you get any doubts, you can talk. You can go through once again the videos.
Sir,
Okay, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
sir, first 5 minutes I did not listen class.